Hi everyone, good evening. 6 बज गए हैं and I am here for the Saturday Candid Chat. Undoubtedly, this is the most interesting part of the 10 weeks of Yuktahar project, at least for me, because I get to see all of you, I get to meet all of you. कोई agenda नहीं है, कोई topic नहीं है as such. It's just about meeting and greeting and knowing each other better, हाल चाल पूछना, बातें करना. And this is the most amazing day of the week for me, and I just keep looking forward to it. So without any further I will, whoever are here, they can send me a request as well. Hey, hi,
Hi, Munmun. Can you?
Shweta, right?
Yes. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you very well. How are you? Please introduce yourself so that everybody gets to know you.
Yeah, sure. I'm Shweta Sibbil. I'm staying in Dubai from past 4 years almost, and by profession, I'm a chartered accountant. I work with a company in a finance professional, Cummins, Middle East, and that's it. I stay with my husband, and I have two furry babies here. So that's it.
Oh, wow. Right. So, where were you in India originally before you shifted to Dubai?
So I'm all over Munmun. So I was born and brought up in Gujarat, Baroda, but my roots,
Okay. So,
like
you are Gujarati.
no, I'm a Punjabi actually, but my
Okay.
father shifted during partition to Gujarat. So
Okay.
then we have been in Gujarat forever, like Baroda, and my mom is from Kanpur. So
Okay.
and after my education, I shifted for my further career to Delhi. So I stayed there for 10,
Okay.
11 years, and then I got married to a Bengali. So I have
Oh,
a base for Kolkata as well. And lately I used to stay in Pune, Maharashtra. So before coming to
oh,
to Pune, Maharashtra. So I'm
okay.
all
Wow.
over. If somebody asks me, I have no certain answer.
Right. Right. But that's so nice to be able to, uh,
Yeah.
be everywhere. I think to, expose yourself to so many other culture and so many language and of course food. You
Yes.
eat all varieties of food everywhere.
Yes, yes, yes. And actually, when, first I would like to thank you for bringing me on your show as live. And it's such a great opportunity to, talk to you. I'm so excited that I'm a bit nervous as well. Uh, because, I used to follow you when Tapsi released her Bikini Rage song, and
Yeah.
she went to Maldives.
Right.
And
Okay.
yeah, she used to, and that was COVID times, and we didn't have any pastime but to watch Instagrams and Facebooks and everything.
Yeah.
So when and then she showed her full plate of breakfast for on holiday, still maintaining the diet, etc., etc. So it's like, acha, ande hi kha rahi hogi, theek hai, chodo. So then I saw her post on laddus and everything, and that's the time I started following you. And I always wondered what would be her, kind of eating regime. Would it be the same protein, carbs, etc.? But when I read your book, it was an eye opener because there was nothing considered. Food was not considered as protein, carbs, and calories or
Absolutely.
something. It was completely
Yeah.
considered as food. And the best part was it was going back to the basics. So when I in Baroda, we have a very small ashram called Arvind Ashram, which is on the basis of Arvindo Nivas, and we were taught yoga there. So there was a 15 days course, and you won't believe it is just charging 1 rupee at that moment. So,
Mm.
so that time when I learned, so the yoga guru used to say that with chas, etc., you should be 75% full. That's it, and leave it. And 3/4 आपका भूख, and then you leave it. So I was like,
Mm.
acha. And I used to follow it, and that till that time I never had any issues. But
Mm.
lately, with age and with changes in uh, environment, changes in family, changes everywhere. These things got lost on the way.
Forget,
So
yeah.
yeah, so then when I read your book, it was like 80% book, khatam. I said, why did I forget the simple rule? So it was amazing to read your book, coming back to the basics, considering food as food rather than considering, acha, itna protein khana, itna ye khana, itna ye khana. So it was a very good
Right.
back a change, which I really loved. And especially me, I love having my though I'm a Punjabi, but I love having more of rice. My entire family is more of a rice eater. So तो मेरे को राइस इतना सा खाने में ना मुझे कुछ होता था. Now I can eat rice to the extent that I want to eat rice. Okay, भले
Yeah.
मैं भर के ना खाऊं, लेकिन at least I have my thing. So it was a
Right.
wonderful, and especially thank you, your book and your live sessions, actually book plus live sessions made me get rid of my bloating issue, which was getting lately too much, especially after moving to Dubai. I faced it too
Yeah.
much. The hair fall was getting way too much. It was like after following all kind of vitamin D's, B12s, everything on this earth, still my hair fall was
Mm.
not getting resolved. So uh, thanks to you, in I'm almost 16 days now on phase 2, and phase 1 got completed after that. So my hair fall has reduced drastically, and especially bloating is almost gone. Like I don't feel
Yeah.
bloated anymore. So
Yeah.
that's thanks for understanding my journey.
No, no, that's just very, heartwarming to hear all these kinds of feedback. And of course, you have been filling the progress form. We have gotten in touch with you through DM as well. I remember distinctly. So, just that, the effort that you're putting, because a lot of people, from India, they shift to Dubai. And it's just the Dubai lifestyle, which is so overwhelming that
Yes,
within the first 6 months, all the clients I know, especially a lot of these Malayali shift to Dubai, like from Kerala,
yes,
all over. Of course, like I'm talking more about like majority. And then, within 6 months, they are like double the weight.
yes,
And I often wonder कि ये दुबई में होता क्या है, मतलब क्या खाते हैं, what do they do? I mean, and it's just the lifestyle. It's just that, like I know one client like from Dubai, and he says that even if I want like any goddamn food at 3 in the night,
yes. It is
it will
available.
come to my house within 5 minutes. So it's like you're living in a place where there's so much convenience कि आपको कुछ नहीं करना है. If you are rich, you don't have to lift your finger.
Yes, it
So
is. It's true. It's
it really beautifully me that like most of these clients from Dubai, like when they first join me, they are almost eating all through the night, and I say कि करते क्या हो, मतलब सारी रात, what do you do? So
uh,
it's just that because nightlife out there it's almost like day.
yes, agree.
And so this is quite fascinating, कि वो this is why it's जगह का बहुत फर्क पड़ता है. It's something that I wanted to write about in my book. It's scientifically proven, just not about experiences, but the fact that your gut microbes also go through a complete change the moment you change your country. But because my book was already so thick, my editor like just caught me and was like, you just need to stop writing, and you please keep things for your second book now. And she was like that we are not going to do this part because the book is actually quite big in volume anyways. So there are many chunks which have got discarded from the edited from the book. But this was one of the point where the our body, our guts, the microbes, they actually go through a complete change. And until and unless we make an effort to really take care of our lifestyle, these changes become irreversible after a certain point of time. Like
I
after a certain point of time, no matter what mehnat you do, it will become irreversible.
agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
you do something.
I totally agree with you. uh, it's Dubai has a very very convenient lifestyle, as you mentioned. Uh, I remember after joining this program, one of the days I had to go for a get together, and they were like हम लोग 2 बजे से पहले खाना नहीं खाएंगे. तो I said, okay, at least order the food. So because I was like कि मैं तो खा लूं, but then they were like नहीं 1:30 ऑर्डर करेंगे ना और 2 बजे खाना तो गरम गरम खाएंगे. I was like, oh my goodness, you guys, I can't believe you. So I know Dubai is very convenient. Even at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, you know, if you walk into malls, the malls are open, the market is open. It's very difficult when you actually go to India. It's like, अरे 8 बजे बंद हो गया यार, इसकी तो आदत नहीं रही. So yes, Dubai is very convenient, and that makes a lot of difference because when I and my husband are going to a mall in the evening on a weekend, it's like we lose the time because nobody's closing down, right? So you tend to have those late dinners and everything. So yes, it so happens Dubai is that kind of city. I totally agree with you. You put on the weight like tuck, 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 tuck.
Yeah, people really put on weight. In fact, it's not about Dubai, but even like people who, travel to any Western country like a US and stuff, people do tend to put on weight. If not weight, then at least, उनको शायद नहीं हो because probably they're quite mindful of what they do. But even उनका जो next generation है, basically, we have a lot of these people who have shifted to US and then they have become parents over there. So basically, the first generation, so the kids who are born, like the first generation who are born in US, they are born with a lot of these food allergies and stuff, which their parents who were born in India, like they were the first immigrants, they didn't have those kind of stuff. So of course, there's a complete research done on this, and this is like a complete thing which has been proven that, things do affect when you migrate to a different country. If it doesn't affect you, you will probably see the results in your offsprings, in your children, when they are born in the Western or in the other country. So yeah, but it's nice, like you have been able to you change around things for yourself. So that has been something very nice. I'll just invite one more
Yes.
person if you don't mind, Shweta.
No, of course. It would be lovely to meet you.
So there's somebody who has sent a request, so I thought I should not keep him hanging for long. So let us see, I've just accepted the request. I'm just checking all the other requests. Just give me a moment. So I don't know if he has joined.
No problem. While they join, I would like to tell everyone who has just started off the program, please stick to the program. I remember in my first 2 weeks, in UAE actually, the Trikatu and Chitraka was not available. So Daru Haldi was like in 2 days, but these two took 15 days. So they were available in US Amazon, in India, Amazon of course, but in UAE Amazon it was getting imported from India. So it took me 10-15 actually I started my herbal supplements actually in phase 2, but I thought I should not stop, and that's the problem. Probably I used to feel cravings still in phase 1. I filled up the form. Are you able to accept? You want me to drop for the other person?
No, you don't have to drop. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
So
yeah,
so I started off. Now I feel better off. Like my cravings now have gone down. I used to have at the start. I used to have this evening. So because I'm not a morning tea or coffee person, I generally have this 3 or 4 o'clock craving. During office hours, you feel a bit lazy during that time after lunch, etc. So I used to have that craving of coffee or tea at that moment. But then slowly it has gone away. Now I'm having better lunches rather than those breakfast, etc. The best part is I had gone into such a pressure कि I'm a vegetarian, I'm not having enough protein or even enough protein. Even my husband, because he's a Bengali, na, tera protein bahut kam hai. He was like this. So I was like, you don't think I'm going to turn into non-vegetarian? And your book gave a relief. You don't have to turn into a non-vegetarian just because you don't. I used to have, in between, I used to have boiled eggs just forcefully, just to have that, protein content because many of the trainers, etc., prescribed it. Then no, now I'm okay. Like ठीक है, होगा मेरा protein अपने आप पूरा हो जाएगा, tension नहीं है.
Yeah. So a lot of this happens. Like I would say, it's personal preference. अगर आप vegetarian है, like I know many Gujaratis who do eat non-veg now. So it is fine, like that's a personal preference, आपको खाना ही आप खाओ, but to give this logic that my protein पूरा नहीं हो रहा है और खाना तो पड़ेगा ही, हेल्थ के लिए कुछ तो करना ही पड़ता है, that logic is something that I find no merit to it.
Yes.
If you say I love the taste of it, it makes me happy, then I'll say that's a personal preference. But to say कि नहीं यही मेरा, this is how the protein is going to work, it's not going to work, that is something that I feel it's there's no merit to it. Yeah.
Correct.
So I don't know what is happening, but people are not able to join. Sayani_Anjali has given a request. So Sayani, can you type in what is the issue? Because I'm trying to accept your request, but it shows okay. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, Sayani. Is it?
I'm Anjali. मैं जयपुर से हूँ, राजस्थान से.
Very nice. आपका प्रोजेक्ट फॉर्म पढ़ा था मैंने, आपने शायद नया ज्वाइन किया है प्रोजेक्ट को ना?
वो उस वक्त मेरे, जब आपने प्रोग्राम शुरू किया तब मेरे घर में कुछ प्रोग्राम्स चल रहे थे, तो वो इतने रिस्ट्रिक्टेड डाइट में नहीं ले पाती, तो आई जस्ट स्टार्टेड मतलब एक हफ्ता पहले ही मैंने ये डाइट शुरू किया है. बट थोड़ा आई एम एंजॉयिंग दिस फूड एंड मेरे को फूड क्रेविंग्स मतलब कभी नहीं थी. लाइक आफ्टर 8 आई नेवर ईट, 8 और 8:30 आई नेवर ईट. अदरवाइज अगर किसी पार्टी में जाना हो देन तो यू हैव टू ईट एंड इट्स लाइक गैदरिंग, तो खाना तो लाइक अच्छा होता है, सबके साथ मिले तो खाना अच्छा लगता है. तो अगर उसके अलावा इट्स लाइक आई एम फीलिंग एनर्जेटिक एंड दिस फूड इज गुड. एंड सबसे अच्छी बात ये है कि ना आई कैन ईट जो मैं बचपन से खाते आ रही हूँ ना, नाउ आई कैन ईट दैट गिल्ट फ्री.
आप मारवाड़ी हैं क्या, राजस्थान से?
हाँ, मारवाड़ी. तो आई लाइक
मारवाड़ी.
हाँ, तो लाइक वो कुछ लोग जैसे हम लोग जब, वैसे मैंने स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग 6 महीना पहले शुरू करी थी, तो जो वो लोग गाइड करते हैं वो लोग फूड को ऐसे डिवाइड करते हैं, प्रोटीन, न्यूट्रिशन, मतलब प्रोटीन, फैट, कार्बोहाइड्रेट. एंड व्हेन यू आर मैनेज, मतलब आप एक प्लेट लगा रहे हो तो व्हाट, जहाँ हम लोग तो रोज घर में फ्रेश खाना बनाते हैं, लाइक फ्रेश दाल, फ्रेश रोटी, एंड वहां पे उस लाइक तोलो 100 ग्राम ये it was actually it was hectic. and especially I joined, मतलब मैंने लाइव रिक्वेस्ट अभी इसीलिए भेजी कि like food is actually divine. like मैं हमेशा I have a statement कि ये माँ अन्नपूर्णा का प्रसाद है and please don't waste, मतलब इसका कण भी वेस्ट मत करो, मतलब don't waste energy in form of electricity, food or water, please don't waste it. तो वहां पे वो मेरे को वो it was not going with my philosophy of life. So when I joined this, I was absolutely fine, and I'm like happy कि now food is divine. I am not calculative here. I can eat the fresh good food. और वो जो हमारा मतलब कुजीन होता है ना, उसके साथ, जैसे अभी सर्दी है तो बाजरे का खिचड़ी, मक्के का दलिया, बाजरे का रोटी, and like all that I can, मतलब I'm enjoying. The thing is I'm enjoying. And I'm seeing the results. My stomach is so much lighter, and the same like her कि मुझे अब गैस का जो प्रॉब्लम था, it has reduced just in 1 week. जबकि अभी मैंने 2 जो मतलब दारू, हल्दी और चित्रक आज आया है मेरे पास, तो I will start from tomorrow. और being in a joint family, मेरा ब्रेकफास्ट 10-11 के अराउंड होता है. बट मैंने कहा कोई बात नहीं, जितना मैं इसे फॉलो कर सकती हूँ, लेट मी फॉलो इट. And the best part is I'm enjoying this food.
Thank you.
I'm enjoying my Rajasthani cuisine, like from rabdi to roti to khichdi to green veggies and everything.
Right. That is what is real food, na? It is not कि वो ये इतने ग्राम ये लो, फिर उसको इस टेम्परेचर पे ग्रिल करो, फिर उसको इतना सॉटे करो. आई मीन इट्स सो कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. कैसे जीते हैं लोग ऐसे खा के? इट्स इम्पॉसिबल. आई मीन इट्स नॉट समथिंग टू, कोई मैं तो एक दिन भी ना कर सकूं. ऑनेस्टली इट्स नॉट समथिंग
I never use oven in my house. Like जब हम लोगों को मतलब जब we are into food in family, हम लोग मतलब I don't know, but चूल्हा नहीं होता लकड़ी वाला जो ईंट से बनाते हैं चूल्हा, हम लोग जब होता है ना, नहीं आज तो चूल्हे की रोटी खानी है, लाइक वी आर दैट फूडी कि आज तो वो वाली खानी है, चूल्हे की रोटी खानी है.
पापड़, सिगड़ी की रोटी.
सिगड़ी इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग एंड चूल्हा इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग. तो हम स्पेशली लाइक वो खानी है, आज तो बाटी खानी है, लेकिन आज वो वाली खानी है. लाइक फूड इज लाइक, मतलब जस्ट नॉट व्हाट ऑन प्लेट इज, फूड हाउ वी प्रिपेयर इट. तो हम ऐसे बोलते भी हैं लाइक आज है ना सिगड़ी, आज है ना चूल्हे पे रोटी बनाएंगे. एंड दैट टाइम आई एम लाइक लिटरली आई एम काउंटिंग कि मुझे एक खानी है कि आधी खानी है कि दो खानी है. तो and this is good. Like this is what sustainable food मतलब food book is.
Would
जी
have,
जी.
right.
Right. No,
And the
this is
best the,
right. बताइए.
and the best part is कि ना आप मतलब हमेशा लाइक कोई क्वेरी आती है ना, तो आप उसको मतलब लाइक जस्ट क्लाइंट के लिए जैसे सॉल्व करते हो ना, फ्रॉम योर टीम, एंड यू लाइक सॉल्व इट. मैंने पूछा कि मुझे रात को मतलब एवरी टाइम आई पुट ए क्वेरी, चाहे उसका एक दिन बाद जवाब आता है, बट लाइक इट्स लाइक मतलब कौन देता है आज की दुनिया में इतना ध्यान फ्री क्लाइंट्स पे.
सही बात है. दिस आई विल ऑल्सो लाइक टू अप्रिशिएट कि मैंने अपने जितने फॉर्म्स अभी तक भरे हैं, एंड मैंने स्पेसिफिकली लिखा था कि मुझे सत्तू की, मैंने एक्चुअली मेरे को थोड़ी क्रेविंग्स हो रही थी, तो मैं, आपने बोला था ना अगर शुगर क्रेविंग्स होती हो खा तो सत्तू की छाछ पीजिए और बटर मिल्क पीजिए. तो आई
I
स्टार्टेड.
remember you had mentioned that you got bloated after that.
हाँ, I got bloated after that. So I received a feedback from it shows that you actually saw that feedback form, yeah, and that gives that connection, that gives that trust relationship ना कि easy है आपसे connect करना. You are approachable. You are not among those celebrity dietitians who just come, preach and go away, right? You connect with people. And
Yeah.
आप sessions Instagram पे as videos रखने वाले हो, and these will stay on your page till the time your page is there, going to be there, right? So it's not a lost what you say education or lost
Right.
understanding. Anybody can anytime go back to that वीडियो, रील या बुक. ऑफ कोर्स आप तो हमेशा रेफरेंस देते हो बुक का, लेकिन कुछ लोग हैं अभी भी लेजी जो बुक नहीं पढ़ना चाहते हैं. रीड कि आप कितनी पेशेंटली हैंडल करते हो कि बुक में सब कुछ लिखा हुआ है फिर भी आप जवाब देते हो. अच्छा बुक में इस पेज नंबर पे लिखा हुआ है, प्लीज गो एंड रीड, बट इसका आंसर ये है. तो आई एम लाइक मतलब बियॉन्ड मतलब you know teachers का ऐसा attitude होता है mostly, they are so patient with their students. You have a similar kind of एटीट्यूड एंड एप्टीट्यूड. और खासकर आपकी बुक में ना सबसे ज्यादा अच्छी चीज मुझे लगी, एंड दो इन योर लाइव सेशंस आल्सो यू ऑलवेज ब्रिंग थिंग्स फ्रॉम आवर history or mythology and connect those dots and explain to us. So it's very, you know, it's easy to follow, it's easy to understand. You don't have to do too much of science, maths, etc. मैं तो पनीर और सोया खा के इतनी थक गई थी मैं आपको बता.
Exactly, before joining this program, like I every day मतलब वो 200 grams का ना पनीर आता था और मैं उसको मतलब पीस में खाती थी. उसे खाने के बाद like every time either you are burping or you are farting. It's like live dope in the house. हाँ, I am completely. मुझे जो सबसे अच्छा बेनिफिट मिला ना, क्योंकि लाइक वो पता है क्या हुआ है, जब विंटर्स होती है ना तो आई हैव यूजुअली वेरी ड्राई स्किन, तो आफ्टर दैट आई हैव टू पुट ऑयल देन मॉइस्चराइजर विद मिक्स्ड विद ग्लिसरीन. एंड नाउ अभी क्या हुआ है 8 दिन से कि मैं सिर्फ अपने फेस पे इतना सा मतलब जस्ट दिस बिट ऑफ मॉइस्चराइजर इज एनफ फॉर माय एंटायर फेस एंड बॉडी, and like no dryness, no itching and nothing. And hopefully I think अभी कुछ लोगों ने बोलना शुरू नहीं किया, बट पीपल स्टार्टेड आस्किंग आप कुछ खाने में कुछ कर रहे हो क्या. मैंने कहा हाँ, आई एम कंसल्टिंग फ्रॉम अ डाइटिशियन फ्रॉम मुंबई. शी इज मतलब लेट्स मैं
जी,
मुंबई
बुक
में
को प्रमोट करो यार, बुक को प्रमोट
मैंने
करो.
बुक नहीं, मैंने बुक छोड़
हाँ, ये पढ़ो ये पढ़ो.
नहीं, दैट आई विल डेफिनेटली डू, क्योंकि जब मैं साथ होती हूँ तो मैं मना कर देती हूँ कि मैं नहीं खा रही हूँ. एंड वो बोल क्योंकि स्किन लाइक इट ग्लोज, तो दिखता है कि लाइक समथिंग इज हैपनिंग. बट आई नो कि वो जिन लोगों को करना होगा ना, बिकॉज द इनिशियल जो 1 मंथ है ना फेज 1 एंड फेज 2 का, दैट इज एक्चुअली डिफिकल्ट टू फॉलो. मतलब यू लाइक अब लाइक आई एम फैन ऑफ कर्ड, I want curd and like कर्ड से जो भी बनता है ना, कड़ी या
Yeah.
बाटी एंड ऑल द दूध, तो अभी मैं वो नहीं खा पा रही हूँ। तो आई नो इट्स टफ, क्योंकि जब मैं नहीं खा रही होती तो मुझसे पूछते अब क्या खाओगी, मैंने कहा खिचड़ी।
एक्चुअली क्या होता है ना, हम लोग के में बहुत बार एक तरह का फास्ट होता है, लाइक आई एम अ मारवाड़ी, सो आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट माय कम्युनिटी, जिसमें एक ऐसा फास्ट होता है जिसमें बोलते हैं कि चावल नहीं खा सकते तुम, बाकी
वो
चीज।
दिस इज टुडे, हाँ दिस इज मतलब आज वो फास्ट है,
हाँ, मतलब
आज
कुछ कुछ ऐसा
एकादशी है।
होता है, वेरी श्योर ऑफ द नेम, बट कई ऐसे फास्ट है जिसमें बोलते हैं आप वीट नहीं खा सकते बट बाकी चीज खा सकते हो।
या
फिर कभी बोलते हैं आप इस फास्ट में आप बछवारस, आई डोंट नो व्हाट दे कॉल, बट
या
इस फास्ट में आप ये नहीं खा सकते चावल बट बाकी चीज खा सकते हो। एंड इन द पास्ट वेन एवर आई हैव ट्राइड टू डू इट, आई हैव सीन इट पर्सनली कि जो चीज बोल देते हैं ना कि ये मत खाओ, वही सारा दिन उसको खाने का दिल करता है, एज इफ कि यू आई वाज लाइक लिविंग ऑन दैट ओनली। बट दिस इज व्हाट द ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी इज लाइक। आपको अगर बोलेंगे कि फेज 1 में कर्ड मत खाओ, तो वो 2 हफ्ते सिर्फ कर्ड ही कर्ड घूमेगा दिमाग में, एंड एज इफ कि यू नो इट वाज नॉट कि एक्चुअली आप सोचो तो ऐसा नहीं है कि आप उस कर्ड पे जी रहे थे, बट जस्ट बिकॉज यू हैव बीन आस्क्ड नॉट टू हैव इट, you only think about curd. And you know, this is, you know, where I feel that you know, a little bit of Vedanta or a little bit of any kind of mind therapy or whatever you call it, that really helps, because that has helped me a lot in my personal life, and I often therefore refer it to my clients also, क्योंकि you understand कि you know this is not fact, आप कहीं ना कहीं एनालाइज इट कि ये फैक्ट नहीं है, क्योंकि ऐसे में सारे दिन आई एम नॉट ईटिंग राइस, बट टुडे आई हैव बीन टोल्ड नॉट टू हैव राइस, बट आई फील लाइक ओनली क्रेविंग फॉर राइस. So you understand that it's actually your mind playing a game, and then you understand that you have to deal with your mind and you have to show who the boss is. Like my Vedanta teacher always tells me that you always have to show who is the boss. And mind को ये नहीं दिखना चाहिए that the mind is in control. You should be in control. So it's only about practice, like what he says. I'm just telling it to you that he says that you should always then, you know, understand that it's a thought. It's not me, and I'm not going to nourish this thought. ये thought को side करो. You know, this is something that you do with practice, and eventually you feel that thoughts will come. We cannot stop thoughts because human mind होता ही ऐसा है. Thoughts are going to come, but you can choose which one you have to nourish and which one you have to discard. And then you become little dhire dhire, you know, you become an expert in it, and then you feel, you understand that you are in much more, you know, control of what you want to think and not what your mind wants you to think. So you know, this is something that I feel, you know, because diet चीज ही ऐसी है, you know, we think something else happens, and therefore these small practices अगर हम करें तो it really helps a lot.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
And especially I like the chapter on the phase 3 में, initially I started from the med ki phase 3 में what is she suggesting to eat, so you divided that in regions and winter, summer and monsoon. So the moment I saw that page में मैंने कहा this is मतलब this is the real checklist, like it I can eat it throughout my life.
yeah.
Now I'm like it is just like phase 1 and phase 2 are in मतलब twice a year. I have to do it at मतलब twice a year. तो like अभी February March में किया है, next time I will follow it in August और September. वो एक महीना मतलब it's like एक महीने का like व्रत जो हमारी मारवाड़ी families में होता है कि it's like 1 month fasting, कि ये इतना खाना, इस 2 हफ्ता ये खाना है, 2 हफ्ता वो खाना है, and then the seasonal food cycle will be flexible and whatever we choose to eat we can eat.
Yeah. Actually.
Nice.
So nice, and I'm really very happy. Shweta, you have finished, like I think phase 1 you have finished entirely, right?
Yes.
And you are in phase 2 now.
Yeah, I actually completed almost 2 weeks of phase 2. So अब 4 weeks left for phase 2. But I'm 4 or 5 days behind so Friday आपका end होता है phases, नया phase start होता है ट्यूसडे से, क्योंकि आपने बोला था हम ट्यूसडे से शुरू करेंगे, तो मैंने कुंजल क्रिया को phase 1 में नहीं गिना, मैंने उसको एज अ इनिशियल स्टार्ट गिना. तो मेरे हिसाब से मेरे दिमाग में वो 11th ही चल रहा है, तो आप समझ लीजिए मैं 1 महीना हूँ ऑन दिस. समथिंग व्हिच आई फॉरगॉट टू टेल मुनमुन कि इनिशियल ना, और अभी भी मेरा वेट इज ऑन प्लेटू, मतलब मेरा वेट नहीं मूव हुआ है, लेकिन इंचेस inches I have lost. So I've lost quite a few inches. Though I was on strength training, I used to be off late. I have not gone, frankly. जब कोविड के केसेस इंक्रीज हो गए थे तो यहाँ पे भी इंक्रीज हुए थे तो फॉर सेफ्टी आई डिडंट गो टू एक्सेट्रा बट मेरा ना मेरा एक और प्रॉब्लम हो रहा था इवन आफ्टर गोइंग टू जिम आई वाज नॉट एबल टू फील दैट लाइट दैट एक्टिव आई यूज्ड टू फील वेरी टायर्ड एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा तो मैंने ना उस सब कुछ स्टॉप किया मैंने एक ब्रेक दिया तो जब मैंने आपकी डाइट से स्टार्ट किया तो आई सेड कि मैं पहले वॉक से स्टार्ट करती हूँ आई स्टार्ट विद वॉक आई स्लोली अगेन प्रोग्रेस माई सेल्फ टू योग तो योगा तो मैं हमेशा ही से करती थी तो आई गो टू जिम एक्सेट्रा लेकिन अब नाउ आई गेट दैट एनर्जी टू डू इट अगेन बीच में आई वाज एट सच अ लॉस कि मुझे मन ही नहीं करता था मतलब अब मुझे लगता है कि नहीं नाउ आई शुड माई आई मेंटली आई एम नाउ रेडी टू हिट द जिम but before hitting the gym also na I feel very light and I feel very मेरा belly अब दिखता नहीं है जो सबसे ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम होता है ना एक एज के बाद वो होता है कि बेली फैट दिखता है बाकी सब तो ठीक ही था हमेशा से तो बेली फैट दिखता था वो दिखना बंद हो गया विथ माय नॉर्मल रूटीन आल्सो तो आई एम सो हैप्पी कि नहीं अब ये सस्टेन हो जाएगा मुझसे अब मुझे अपने सोया और पनीर से भी राहत मिलेगी दो आई एम अ वेजिटेरियन बट सही में मैं इतना पनीर नहीं खा सकती
इवन आई ट्राइड सोया आल्सो बट इट मतलब माय टेस्ट बड को तो बिल्कुल भी पसंद नहीं आया मतलब वो एज इट इज पड़े हुए हैं एंड आई एम मतलब पासिंग मतलब आई विल पास ऑन कि किसी को खाने हैं तो प्लीज टेक फ्रॉम मी एंड मुझे वो भी नहीं पसंद था जो लोग जैसे मेरे ट्रेनर ने बोला कि जब आप एक्सरसाइज करो तो फॉर एनर्जी बूस्ट हैव ब्लैक कॉफी इट विल बूस्ट योर एनर्जी टू परफॉर्म बेटर आई तो नेवर हैड दैट लाइक लेट माय बॉडी इफ एंजॉय करेगी ना तो 3 घंटा भी ये मतलब फुटबॉल मैच भी खेल लेगी और अगर एंजॉय नहीं करेगी तो इट विल लाइक कि नहीं आई एम गेटिंग बोर आई ड्रॉप आउट तो मैंने कहा मैं नहीं पीऊंगी कॉफी आई विल गो विथ वाटर मतलब सिंपल वाटर एकदम ठीक रहेगा अगर कभी लगा तो वी कैन हैव नींबू पानी एंड ऑल दैट बट कॉफी पी के 1 घंटा सस्टेन परफॉर्मेंस देना इज लाइक मतलब आई डोंट गेट इट ऑल दीज जो फंडा अब वो पहले जो उनको लगता था साइंटिफिक फैक्ट्स आफ्टर जब पीपल जान जाएंगे तो वो लोग बोलेंगे कि ऑल दोज वर फंडाज आई थिंक सो नहीं दीज आर ऑल फंडाज these are not facts or reality checks or philosophy
yeah true very, very well said and thank you so much for you guys joining in and you know this whole thing that where I actually wanted to connect with you all. That is why I am just getting one participant ek karke each week. As I said in the beginning, this is something that I really look forward to the most in the entire week, and it just feels very nice because otherwise you just feel that you don't know who you're talking to. You come live every day, ऐसे लगता है कि आप मोबाइल पे बात कर रहे हो, आप कैमरा से बात कर रहे हो, आप खाली दीवार से बात कर रहे हो. You don't come to know who you are speaking to. So I'm happy to do this, and yeah, thank you so much for all your lovely feedback, and it just feels great that it is benefiting people in whatever way it is. Each people have their
I
own.
think आई थिंक कुछ दिनों मतलब आफ्टर जब जैसे आप जैसे लोग जो एक्चुअल फूड को एज अ फूड जब स्प्रेड करेंगे ना इस नॉलेज को एज एन एजुकेशन क्योंकि हम लोग जब स्कूल में पढ़ते हैं तो हमें फूड का जो चैप्टर पढ़ाते हैं ना वो न्यूट्रिशन मतलब जिसमें उसमें क्या कॉम्पोनेंट्स में पढ़ाते हैं तो दैट इज वो हमें फीड हो जाता है फ्रॉम स्कूल टाइम कि फूड इज डिवाइडेड इनटू दैट तो आई एम जस्ट होपिंग कि आप मतलब लाइक ब्रिंग अ चेंज कि फूड एज न्यूट्रिशन है ना वहां पे बुक में मतलब उस चैप्टर के साथ ऐड हो तो लाइक कमिंग जनरेशंस वो समझे कि फूड इज फूड न्यूट्रिशन इज गुड व्हेन यू आर इल और लाइक न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अ डॉक्टर ट्रीट्स यू व्हेन यू आर इल बट न्यूट्रिशन मेक श्योर कि आप बीमार ना पड़े.
Exactly, this is so true. But yeah, actually our school and college, everything or the entire syllabus needs a revival. Just तरह से we are fed only about proteins and carbs and stuff. We are not told about things like कि कौन सा खाना गर्म करता है, कौन सा खाना ठंडक देता है, कौन सा खाना फीवर में belly के लिए लाइट होता है. Those kind of basic knowledge is not given. But what we are taught is just very, that ready education. कि ये करो तो ये है, ये करो तो ये है. Honestly, it's all very flawed also. क्योंकि
Even
जैसे ही आप फूड को चेंज करते हो, जैसे कि एक सिंपल एग्जांपल है कि चावल है, जो चावल हम स्टीम राइस खाते हैं, वो स्टीम राइस को अगर आप थोड़ा ठंडा कर दो, उसके कैलोरीज भी कम हो जाएंगे, उसका न्यूट्रिएंट प्रोफाइल भी चेंज हो जाएगा, फॉर अ सिंपल फैक्ट दैट यू जस्ट कूल्ड इट. Not that here I'm saying कि आप ठंडा चावल खाओ, because the next time we'll hear see that a lot of people are eating cold rice. Munmun has said to जो ठंडे चावल.
we have basoda in Rajasthani culture. I think you have mentioned that in book also.
We have that
yeah.
almost entirely in different forms.
Yeah. So what I'm just trying to say is कि आप फूड को फर्मेंट करते हो या कूल करते हो या उसमें कोई चीज ऐसा ऐड कर देते हो, कई चीजों से फूड के न्यूट्रिएंट्स, कैलोरीज सब चेंज हो जाते हैं. But when you go to an app or you go to any calorie calculator or you go to any expert or anybody, they will just say rice is this much calories. अभी वो राइस ठंडा हुआ है, फर्मेंट हुआ है, उसमें घी देके पकाया था या क्या करके उसको बॉईल किया था, नमक देके किया था. These intricacies are never even taken care of because nobody has the time to even research कि ये सब चीजों से न्यूट्रिशन चेंज होता है. किसी ने बता दिया 1 ग्राम ऑफ कार्ब्स इज 4 कैलोरीज, तो बस सब रटे पड़े हैं कि 1 ग्राम ऑफ कार्ब्स इज 4 कैलोरीज. अब अगर वो 50 ग्राम राइस है तो 15 to 4 कर दो, वेरी सिंपल. But this is not how food works. This is not how human body works. And देखा जाए तो बहुत कुछ डिस्कशंस स्कूल्स में रिवाइवल का जरूरत है इन टर्म्स ऑफ, इवन आई विल से दैट there's some Indian scriptures also school में सिखाना चाहिए with the kind of mental health issues that our youth is facing, in terms of depression, suicides, whatever you call it. We are seeing more and more of these cases, and I really feel that there's a strong case for us to introduce mandatory yoga, mandatory meditation, all of those things. In fact, in US, UK, this is happening. Meditation is becoming a compulsory part in a lot of schools. Instead of punishing the kids, they send them to a meditation room.
Correct.
So such interesting things are happening outside India. But in India, we don't still, take it very seriously.
But make a change. Like keep doing whatever you are doing, because being a celebrity trainer is a good thing. But when people like us who are normal, like we are 135 crores. Agar if every household, मतलब every 10, मतलब एक भी हो जाता है ना, it's going to be far reaching. Make it far reaching change.
I'm going to make you my brand ambassador now.
We have so much to talk about. Like food as a divine. I especially appreciate. Last Saturday जब आपने बोला ना कि खाना पेट के अंदर जाता है, body has an autonomous divine intelligence that will, वो अपने आप उसको बोन डेंसिटी या मसल ग्रोथ के लिए वो खुद उसको पता है कि उसको बॉडी के लिए क्या करना है. बिकॉज जैसे लाइक खाना घर में एक बनता है, बट एवरीबडी ईट्स द सेम फूड, बट सबके ऊपर वो अलग अलग इम्पैक्ट डालता है. तो लाइक आई एम टोटल, मतलब लाइक वी आर टोटली ऑन वन पेज. द थिंग इज नाउ इट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम अ मतलब सर्टिफाइड न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट. आप बोल रहे हो
साइंस का धप्पा, साइंस का स्टैंप लग गया है. So
हाँ,
that is the only thing. चलो.
ओके, वन मोर थिंग. पता है जो आप हमें मुझे बता रहे हो ना, द सेम वे मेरी दादी, शी इज लाइक 82-85, विदाउट मतलब वो यही इसी तरीके से खाना खाती है. सर्दी में सर्दी का खाना, शाम को 7 बजे पहले खाना, ये चीज अभी नहीं खाना, मतलब लाइक कुछ कॉम्बिनेशन साथ में नहीं खाना है. शी इज फिट फॉर हर एज.
Yeah, that is how they always have been doing. They always do, much better than us. Thank you so much, guys. And I'm very, very sorry because I'll have to leave today because it's time already. We had a very nice conversation with both you, Shweta and Anjali, and so happy and so grateful that you guys joined in, gave your time and your faith to this project and to my. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the glow on my skin. Thank you.
Thank you. All the best to every participant on this program. I would like every participant, please follow. It's just a couple of months and you will see a beautiful change in yourself. And thanks, Munmun. Thanks a lot and lot to bring this book up and educating every one of us. I would say you brought us back to our roots.
Hmm.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.